Confident women do not rush to justify themselves. They state their thoughts clearly. They allow silence to follow. They trust their words to stand on their own. Over-explaining often comes from uncertainty. But certainty speaks simply, and when someone communicates without excess, their message feels stronger because calm clarity carries authority. Over-explaining often reveals something unintentionally. It reveals uncertainty. When someone repeatedly justifies their choices, it can appear as though they are seeking approval. They want reassurance that their decision was acceptable. But confident individuals behave differently. They state their position calmly, and they do not feel the need to convince everyone. This difference changes how others perceive them. When someone speaks with simplicity and confidence, their words appear stronger. They sound decisive. They sound certain. But when someone continues explaining and adding details, their message begins to lose clarity. Too many explanations can weaken the original statement. Conversations often reveal this pattern clearly. Someone shares an opinion, then they immediately begin explaining why they said it. Then they explain their reasoning again and again. But someone with quiet confidence behaves differently. They share their thought, then they pause. And that pause signals certainty. Pauses can feel uncomfortable for people who are used to filling silence. But pauses are powerful. They allow space for others to consider what was said. They signal that the speaker is comfortable with their statement. And that comfort communicates confidence. Elegant individuals often understand this instinctively. They speak with intention. They choose their words carefully, and once their message is delivered, they allow the conversation to continue naturally. They do not rush to defend themselves unnecessarily. This restraint creates composure. Another reason over-explaining weakens communication is that it shifts the focus. Instead of focusing on the idea being shared, people begin focusing on the speaker's insecurity. The explanation becomes longer than the original message, and the listener begins to question the confidence behind the statement. Confident individuals trust that not everyone needs to agree with them. They accept that different perspectives exist. Because of this mindset, they do not feel pressure to persuade every person in the room. Their calm acceptance of disagreement often earns more respect. Simplicity also strengthens communication. Clear statements are easier to understand. They leave less room for confusion when someone communicates with clarity and restraint. Their words feel deliberate, and deliberate speech carries more authority. Over-explaining also drains energy. Trying to justify every action can become exhausting. Confident individuals avoid this cycle. They recognize that constant explanation is unnecessary. Their actions and decisions speak for themselves. There is also a subtle psychological shift when someone stops over-explaining. Others begin listening more carefully because the speaker no longer fills every silence. Each statement feels more intentional, and intentional communication attracts attention. Respect often follows this behavior. People notice that the speaker remains calm. They notice that the speaker does not argue excessively. They notice that the speaker communicates with clarity. Over time, this pattern builds credibility, and credibility strengthens influence. This does not mean refusing to explain anything at all. Sometimes explanation is necessary. But confident individuals explain when it is useful, not when it is driven by insecurity. Their communication remains measured. And that balance preserves composure. True confidence does not feel the need to justify itself constantly. It communicates clearly. Then it allows space, because when someone speaks with calm certainty and does not rush to defend every detail, their message becomes stronger, and that quiet confidence naturally earns respect. If you want to understand this deeper, watch this next.